escape from custody after mistakenly being released from the Madison County Detention Center. Aaron Shanks, 49, was in custody on state charges and had recently been sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of an unregistered firearm. However, on August the 13th, the detention center accidentally released Shanks despite his federal detainer. The error was only discovered on November the 21st when the U.S. Probation Office realized Shanks was no longer in custody and alerted the U.S. Marshals. A subsequent investigation confirmed the accidental release. Authorities noted that Shanks has not contacted federal officials or surrendered himself to begin serving his 60-month sentence. A U.S. Marshal has requested a federal arrest warrant for Shanks, and of course, the story remains under investigation. We'll have more information for you as it becomes available. Well, Berea Mayor Bruce Fraley delivered his annual State of the City address Monday, highlighting Berea's strong financial standing and plans for continued economic growth. Speaking at the Russell Acton Folk Center, Fraley credited conservative financial management, grant acquisition, and collaboration with government and community partners for the city's success. Fraley noted Berea ended the 23-24 fiscal year spending $1.75 million less than budgeted, while also lowering the property tax rate for the fourth consecutive year. The city added $3.7 million to its rainy day fund and $3.4 million to the capital sinking fund for major purchases. He praised city staff, council members, and city administrator Rose Beverly for their fiscal stewardship. Economic development is central to Berea's future. Fraley said the city has partnered with regional governments to form Central Kentucky Business Park Authority, a project that could bring over 700 industrial jobs to the area. Berea also secured a 21-acre rail-ready industrial site and saw expansions at local companies like Hitachi and his Heister Yale, with the building of cutting-edge factories. Suppliers are now considering Berea for operations, Fraley added, signaling further job growth. Fraley also celebrated Berea's success in securing grants for community projects. These include $5.5 million in federal funds for the Mentalist Industrial Park, $1 million for the Kenway Extension, and $750,000 for the Fairstown Heritage and Community Center. State funding of $1.5 million will support sanitary sewer improvements, and $1 million is allocated for the Kenway project. You can learn more about the city address on the article by Andy McDonald that is up now at WBONTV.com. Well, in a story that we originally covered back in November, we discussed the arrest of Arnold Perry Jr., who Richmond police charged with arson. WBON spoke with Perry's wife, who wanted to set the record straight on her husband. With that interview, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
Here's a man who's never been in trouble with the law his entire life. We've always reached our hands out to anybody and everyone.
In the early morning hours of November 25th, 77-year-old Arnold Perry was arrested by the Richmond Police Department on the charge of arson. Law enforcement officials say that Perry was attempting to burn down his house because his wife had refused to give him the keys to his vehicle. However, his wife, Kathy Perry, says that her husband was suffering from an underlying neurological health issue, which contributed to the episode.
1 week prior to that, on Monday the 18th, he had just had brain surgery. On the 16th, he went to the emergency room with a really bad headache. Nothing looked really well, but we were waiting on pathology, which was supposed to come back on the 25th. So what he was diagnosed with was glioblastoma. It's a very aggressive brain tumor, and he has one major one, and then he has 3 others. And it causes a lot of pressure on the brain. It causes memory loss, it causes inability, it causes mood swings and changes and all those things. And then they put him on seizure medicine, which causes those same side effects. So now we got double the medical issues going on. On his discharge papers, it said if he was to become out of control, irritable, if his head was to hurt, they gave me 3-4 to call 911 and asked to be escorted to the hospital. So that's what I did.
Perry says that she didn't intend for her husband to be arrested, but because of his refusal to go to the emergency room and inability to answer police properly, they claim they had no other option than to arrest him. Perry believes that additional training and personnel could have prevented her husband's arrest.
EMTs and police, I'm not putting them down, but I think a lot of things, they're educated on law and they're educated on rights and wrongs, but they also need to be educated on mental things that are caused by medical. If they had that person that they could turn to and say, what do you think we should do? And if they could have looked up all the side effects of this and the medication that he just started, they would have said, hey, you know what, let's approach this a different way. Let's approach this a different way. Let's do a couple other questions. Let's, think, and then maybe that could have solved the situation.
Perry tells WBON that she doesn't want her husband of 36 years to be remembered for something that was out of his control.
He shouldn't have this charge. He wasn't trying to endanger anyone. He was just not him. And my fear is, what if he doesn't make it?
Arnold Perry's court date for his arrest is scheduled for January 7th. Reporting for WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that story. Well, an entire apartment complex in Berea has been without power, heat, and water since Friday due to a water leak in a neighboring unit. The Berea Code Department deemed the situation unsafe and shut off the electricity to the entire building. Residents are frustrated with the lack of communication and the slow response from the property management company, Reliant Property Management. The company, which recently acquired the property, has been working to resolve the issue, but residents remain uncertain about the timeline for the restoration. As a temporary solution, the property management company has provided alternative housing for the displaced residents. However, the long-term solution remains unclear. The residents are anxiously awaiting the updates on those repairs. We'll have more to that story as it becomes available. Well, the winners of the best floats in the Richmond Christmas Parade was announced late this afternoon. Overall, and announcer's choice went to Babcon Float. Best business float to Commonwealth Credit Union. Best civic float, Madison County Public Library. And special recognition goes to Klein's Construction and Salon 116. Lots of great floats out in that parade earlier last week. Well, the Salvation Army of Richmond is calling for the community to help make Christmas special for local children and seniors. As of today, there are still 75 angels in need of adoption and 31 adopted angels whose gifts have yet to be returned. The Angel Tree program allows individuals and groups to provide gifts for children and seniors who might otherwise go without during the holidays. The Salvation Army is urging the community to adopt an angel and bring joy to those in need. If you have already adopted the angel, please return the gifts by December the 13th to 1675 East Main Street. Financial contributions to the virtual Red Kettle will be covered the cost of forgotten angels. To volunteer as a bell ringer and raise funds for the program, you can sign up at registertoring.com. And for more information or to get involved, you can contact the Salvation Army. That phone number, 859-624-5826. We can come together to make Christmas a memorable one for everyone. That we're going to take a quick break. Kind of dreary out there again for your Tuesday. We got Sam in the Weather Center going to take a look at that forecast.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home. always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mamoot Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mamoot Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Funson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nerdad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. A dreary day out there, but a lot warmer temperatures, but looks like that might be coming to an end. We've got Sam in the Weather Center with the latest forecast.
Hi, thanks, Gretelyn. Welcome, everybody. We had a few showers out here, some mist, or just a lot of gray skies. Kind of gloomy outside. As we head through the day Wednesday, we do have some changes, and that's going to cool us down and lead to some of these light showers possibly becoming some snowflakes as we head into the morning and again during the overnight Wednesday night into Thursday. So colder air is going to plunge down from the northwest, a frontal boundary moving off to the east, some drips possibly changing over to some flakes of snow, minimal accumulation expected here. It'll be breezy and cooler, so bundle up for the day Wednesday. Thursday still cold, but the winds will relax a bit, so that's nice. And then we'll turn milder heading into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Saturday and Sunday could get some rain showers in here. So a big change in the forecast as we go forward over the next few days. We're going to get that winter weather in here, that big cool down. You can see this little strip, thin strip of some snow possibly here tomorrow morning. There we are at 7 a.m. Again, minimal accumulation, just kind of a rain-snow mix mostly. Maybe picking up a couple tenths of an inch of snowfall and a few little bursts of snow into the evening. And that's when that cold air really starts sinking its teeth into us. But again, all along tomorrow will be breezy. Snowfall amounts under a half an inch, generally speaking, but enough. Maybe we could get some slick roads out there as those temperatures begin to cool down. Again, that's both the morning and again during the evening hours. So as we look at the temperatures out the door, we'll be in the low to mid 30s. Irvine around 35 degrees. And we see Richmond here around 34, Berea around 33, Lancaster around 33 there as well. Our high temperatures will only top out in the mid to upper 30s. There will be a bit of a wind chill, winds gusting at times, close to 25, maybe 30 miles per hour. Stays cold. Wednesday night down to 22, and then we start warming up beginning on Friday.
Thanks, Sam. Looks like some frigid temperatures are headed this way. Of course, you can check out that forecast anytime. You can go to WBONTV.com, or you can also always find that on our Facebook page. Well, in Fayette County, a new criminal complaint has been filed against a former Eastern Kentucky University student, Saif Al-Kafaji, for first-degree sexual abuse and second-degree indecent exposure. The complaint states that Al-Kafaji was suspected to have been involved in 2 incidences that occurred at University of Kentucky's campus back in November. In the first incident, the complaint reports he pinned a woman against a wall and forcibly kissed her and groped her. In the second, he exposed himself to a woman who had stopped to tie her shoe. In both instances, according to the complaint, the victims were strangers to Al-Kafaji, and he approached while they were walking. Al-Kafaji, according to reports, is not currently lodged in the Fayette County Detention Center. We'll give you updates as this story develops. Richmond police arrested a man last week following a domestic assault complaint on November the 28th. According to the arrest citation, officers responded to an assault complaint at an apartment on Michelle Drive. At the scene, police observed the victim exiting the residence holding a bloody napkin and blood on her face. She told police she thought her nose was broken, but reportedly denied EMS. The victim, the citation states, informed police that she had confronted her boyfriend, Thomas Wolford, about messages she's gotten saying he had been cheating again and that she was leaving. Wolford, who had been reportedly drinking all day, told her to leave and that they'd have another woman in 30 minutes. The victim went on to say he followed her while she retrieved her belongings, screaming at her the whole time. When she tried to leave, Wolford physically prevented her. The victim pushed him away, and in response, he, the citation states, hit her. Wolford left when the victim called police. When officers spoke with him, he claimed that the victim assaulted him, but refused to prove it if he had any injuries. Wolford was arrested December 2nd on charges of 4th-degree assault and 2nd-degree unlawful imprisonment. He's lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming up here on Live at 5, including Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. Back to Live at 5. Last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, some members of the Madison Southern Cheerleaders were guests to discuss their recent string of competition success and some big fundraisers coming up for the team.
The Madison Southern Cheerleaders will be competing in the state competition this weekend over in Winchester after a successful run in the KHSAA competition recently. The team had a top 3 finish in their game day routine and 2.5-minute routine as well, and will look to hopefully bring home a state championship. Along with that, they also earned a bid to the UCA Nationals, which takes place in Orlando at Walt Disney World Resort, which is a huge deal for this group of seniors.
KHSAA, we're competing, with regionals, we were competing to get a bid to state. That's when we got first place in game day, and we also got a bid to go to state with our 2.5 routine as well. With UCA, that is our bid to go to nationals. So we went to UCA region and got a bid to nationals with both routines and got runner-up with our 2.5 routine. So that is going to allow for us to compete against teams from all over the nation in February at Disney World.
Halfway through the last season, the team was faced with having to transition to a new coach. Teresa Jefferson took over the program, and it's obviously been a huge success.
Teresa and Caroline, our assistant coach, they have been in cheerleading a long time. Caroline judges, Teresa has coached all over, and so has Caroline both. So they know cheer better than anybody, and they have really been able to bring our skills to a new level, and their leadership is just been very good for our team. And we also have a new assistant coach, Kinsey. She just recently retired from college cheerleading, so she is still able to get in the stunts and see what's wrong with it and fill them out too. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Those trips to compete, however, especially the one in Orlando, takes a lot of fundraising. This month, the team will be hosting Christmas in the Tunnel, taking place on December 21st inside the Madison Southern Fieldhouse. Bring your kids out to play games, make crafts, and Christmas cookie decorating. And while your children enjoy that, the team can help you finish your Christmas gift wrapping just in time for the holiday. Scan the QR code or follow Madison Southern Cheerleaders on Facebook for more on that. In January, the team is hosting Little Eagles Disney Edition in preparation for their trip to Disney on the 11th from 9 a.m. to noon. This event is for kids kindergarten to 5th grade, and participants are invited to come in your favorite Disney gear.
Yeah, so they'll be learning a lot of cheers and tumbling, stunting, all of the things. And we will probably teach them a Disney dance, maybe.
Okay. Like what kind of, just pick a Disney song and dance to it? Oh, I'm down for that. Can I get in? I want to get in that.
And then they'll do all of the cheers and the dance they learn with us at a basketball game.
Okay, there's the thing. That's the tie-in. So then you bring them out. Do you know what game they'll be at yet?
I'm not for sure.
Okay, so this is on January 11th. So obviously sometime after that, probably late January, you all will find a game to come to. Once again, for more information, follow the Madison Southern Cheerleaders on Facebook and get out to support these ladies as they prepare to do big things at state and nationals. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, and congratulations to the Madison Southern Cheerleaders on their recent string of victories. Make sure you get to some of those fundraisers to support their efforts to get to nationals at Disney this coming February. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming up here live at 5.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches, and warnings. Local cancellations and delays, and official information from Emergency Management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV 9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
And at the half, the EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Live at 5. A London man, Josh Harris, has been arrested after a physical altercation with a police officer at a rehabilitation facility in Laurel County. Police were called to the facility to assist with a disruptive individual. Harris, when officers arrived, Harris refused to leave and became aggressive, ultimately choking an officer. During that struggle, both Harris and the officer fell through a porch railing. The officer was able to subdue Harris and take him into custody. Harris faces charges of third-degree assault on an officer, second-degree disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Well, a Somerset-based nonprofit, Keeping It Moving Steve Ping, is actively working to assist families affected by Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. The group has been collecting donations of essential items such as blankets, linens, towels, food, and propane tanks. David Bennett, the group's leader, told our media partner LEX18 that the group has already made multiple trips to North Carolina, delivering much-needed supplies to those in need. He described the devastation caused by the hurricane as heart-wrenching, with many families still living in tents without basic necessities. The nonprofit is urging the community to continue donating items to support the ongoing relief efforts. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.